Right, good morning, Form 5, Sunday morning, actually just turned afternoon. Quick video looking at paper two, but specifically things that might come up on coast. We can never know what's going to come up, that's why we revise. But these videos are to show you the trends, that it doesn't really matter what the picture is of. You are going to need some background knowledge, but a lot of the points can be attained just by understanding the process, okay? And I'll confirm that again today with this coastal question from 2021. Now I'm going to share screen. As usual, I can't find my glasses, so we'll go through this way. Okay. Now, so this paper, I've taken the question, the insert, and the answers from the internet, and I've put them all together for ease of presentation. Now, we've got a picture, figure 4.1, a photograph showing a coastal depositional feature, a spit at Spurn Head in England. So it's telling us it's depositional and it's telling us the feature is a spit. Okay. Then for 4 marks, that's a lot. It's asking us to describe the feature shown in figure 2.1. Now, a lot of you can look at that and go, oh my God, I can't describe it. I don't know the words. I don't know what to say. I can't remember anything about spits. I didn't revise coasts. It's like, well, okay. It says describe it. So what can we see? Okay. Well, we can see a spit. We can see that there's beaches, there's sand. Okay. Do you know it curves? It's very curved, isn't it? It's curved. It's a bit thin in places. So I've thought of 4 words already. I zoomed into the picture earlier on because it's quite small on this presentation, but you can see a wind turbine and out there's a what do you call it? A lighthouse. There's agriculture happening on there. So there's about 6 or 7 things I've named already. So it's a thin, curved spit with beach, sand, agriculture, lighthouse, wind turbine. There's a lot there. I think that's probably enough to get the marks. I really do. Okay. Um, let's have a look. Here's the mark scheme. It's hook, curved, changes direction and arc. Okay, I said it was thin and curved. Okay, which is down here, long, elongated. It gives you all the options. There's many words you can use in the English language that mean the same thing. They've tried to think of them all. It widens. Yeah, actually, I didn't consider that. It is thin and curved, but it widens. It's thin in the middle. It gets fatter at the end. It gets widens at the end. These are all worth marks, guys. Nothing you can revise for. You can just be sensible, don't panic and describe what you see. Vegetation, farmland, a wind farm, that's the turbine. Buildings, settlements, lighthouse, jetty, roads, tracks, you know. God, sand, beaches, dunes. They're giving you about 12 options there. You've got to get about four. Okay. So again, please, this is about revision, but it's also just about calming down, describing what you see. And often describe means describe, it's curved, it's thin in the middle, it gets fatter at the end, the sandy beaches, there's evidence of fields and agriculture, there's a wind turbine, there is a lighthouse. Okay, that will get you all the marks. We stay with this spit. Simple question. What process leads to the formation of spits? Circle the correct answer. We know, if we've done revision, that a spit is a depositional process. It tells us it's a depositional process. It actually tells us. So we know it's not caused by erosion like caves, stacks, arches, and stumps, which are caused by hydraulic action, abrasion, attrition, solution. This is caused by the movement of materials, and the main movement of material along the beach is longshore drift. And we know, therefore, that is the answer. It even kind of tells us what that answer is for one simple point. Okay. Then we move on to this figure 4.2, which I'm assuming is the same spit, but it's historical evolution, how the land has eroded here. And it looks like since 1066 at least. That's a long time ago. Okay. It's 1,000 years of the movement of this area. It's been eroded backwards by the sea to where it is today. I'm assuming that number 5 is where we are today, and that is actually the picture we're seeing, although it doesn't look the same shape. So it might be a different spit, but it doesn't matter. We've got a key. Pay attention. Consider what we're seeing. We've got the years. We've got the earlier spit movements. I think I've cut off when I cut and pasted this. There was a little scowl That's going to be important to your answer here, okay? So for 2 points, using figure 4.2, describe how the spit has changed over time. Well, it's moved, hasn't it? It's retreated. If we had a scale, which there was, we'd be able to say it's retreated 5 or 6 kilometers, because that's the scale that was there was showing us that. We could have just put the ruler against it and say, look, it's retreated 5 or 6 kilometers. Now, if I put my cursor here, it's moved this way, hasn't it? It's gone this way. It's gone sort of up to the left, which on the compass is going to be northwest. So already that's my 2 points. I'm sure that the spit, describe how the spit has changed over time. One, it's moved 5 or 6 kilometers towards the northwest, but also it's got thinner, hasn't it, and less curved. Okay, it's got a bit thinner than here. It's quite thick there, the land. Well, actually, no, that's the land there. This bit's the land, this bit's the spit. So this actually, I'm incorrect there. I'm looking at all of these, but that would have been the land. The spit is just this bit on this line. So here, number one, is quite short and fat. Here, it's a bit thinner and longer. Okay, retreating to the northwest, 5 or 6 kilometers. That would be enough for your answer. Let's have a look. Um, yeah, so move west northwest, move five becomes longer, becomes thinner, narrower, becomes straighter, less curved. Okay. Yeah, I mean here it started off quite curved, but over time it's kind of straightened out. It's gone from a short, fat, curved one to more of a longer, straight one as it's retreated 5 or 6 kilometers to the northwest. That's your points. Okay. And then finally, using figure 4.2, name a village destroyed by erosion before 1330. It's a long time ago, 900 years, whatever. A long time ago. It's not 900 years, 700 years, but so same figure. The key words there are name, village destroyed before 1330. Now, these lines show us, okay, well, we don't want the villages before 1066. This is 1330. Well, we can see Honton and Sumthorpe were not destroyed. They were destroyed around 1330, but there's only one village that appears on the map prior to the 1330 model, number 3, and that's Ravensar Odd. And that will be the answer. Okay, Ravensar Odd. You must read the question. It says before 1330, and we identify that as the only one before the 1330 line. Guys, all that section was worth 8 points. If you can do map reading and you're going to get something like 18 out of 20, then you get another 8 points. You're already pushing towards a C before you've done the data analysis. So keep revising. Another video coming up in a minute, probably to do with climate and weather for paper 2. Talk soon. Bye.